After an hour-long meeting with the COP presidency, the chief negotiator of the G77 walked out of the meeting in a huff. In response to a question from the media, he stated that the Danish Prime Minister was siding with the rich countries and that it was not acceptable. In light of the walkout, delegates from African nations expressed solidarity with other members of the G77 in China and called for aggressive measures from the industrialized countries.
We are in G77 and China as one negotiating bloc in the developing countries. And within G77 and China, Africa, the LDCs, Asia, all the groups are coordinating our position. We stand together on this.
At the same time, they're optimistic that political agreements with the industrialized nations are achievable.
This morning we have just finished a conversation with Australia. Yesterday we met with the US and the European Union, but we are looking for the common ground, and I think by the time the ministers arrive here, and they're beginning to arrive, we are going to see the political harmonization getting much better and much stronger. So bear with us. It's not over yet, it's just starting.
In an exclusive interview with PressTV, the director of the International Fund for Agricultural Development spoke about the urgency of facilitating climate change measures for small-scale farmers around the world.
The principal focus that we are trying to get across to negotiators is to focus on agriculture and especially smallholder agriculture. Why? Because these people will be hit first by the need to adapt their systems, but also they're the least able to cope with this degree of change, and this represents a third of the human race.
He provides startling numbers on the rapidly growing world population and their needs for basic sustenance that are under threat due to climate change.
80% of the land in Asia, farmland, and 80% of the farmland in Africa. It's a very important sector. These are the people that will be hit first and hardest by climate change. In sub-Saharan Africa, by 2020, only 10 years away, there will be an extra 75 to 250 million people exposed to water stress. This means our concern must focus on how do these people produce the food in a more resilient way.
While meetings between country delegations are continuing in preparation for world leaders arriving next week, street demonstrations are already underway. On Saturday and Sunday, Copenhagen will be flooded with protesters from all over the world. The Archbishop Desmond Tutu will personally hand in a signed petition asking for a climate treaty. This is Preeti Nalu, PressTV.